Hello. Today we are going to solve a multi-part algebraic problem from the 2015 Jessore Board SSC General Math exam. Our goals are to manipulate a given polynomial equation to find specific fractional expressions of x. We will find the value of x plus 1 over x, prove an identity for x to the power of 6, and prove an identity for x to the power of 5. We are starting with the equation x to the power of 4 minus x squared plus 1 equals 0. We will use this single piece of information to solve all three parts of the problem. In this first part, our objective is to find the value of x plus 1 over x. We start with the given equation. First, let's move the negative x squared term to the right side of the equation. To get the terms into the fractional form we need, we will divide both sides by x squared. On the left, we can split the fraction, and on the right, x squared divided by itself is 1. Simplifying the first term, we get. Now, we use the algebraic identity for a squared plus b squared. Specifically, a squared plus b squared equals the square of the sum a plus b minus 2ab. Notice that the x and 1 over x in the middle term cancel out. Adding 2 to both sides gives us. Finally, taking the square root of both sides, we find our answer. So, the value of x plus 1 over x is plus or minus square root of 3. For the next parts of the problem, we will use the positive value, square root of 3. For the second part of the problem, we need to show that x to the power of 6 plus 1, all divided by x cubed, is equal to 0. From the previous step, we know that x plus 1 over x equals the square root of 3. Let's look at the expression we need to evaluate. We can simplify the fraction by dividing each term in the numerator by the denominator. This simplifies to x cubed plus 1 over x cubed. To solve this, we use the algebraic identity for the sum of two cubes. A cubed plus b cubed equals the cube of the sum, a plus b, minus 3ab times the sum a plus b. The x and 1 over x terms cancel each other out. Now, we substitute the value we found earlier, which is the square root of 3, into the expression. Let's calculate the cube of the square root of 3, that is root 3 times root 3, which is 3, times another root 3. So we get 3 root 3. Subtracting these identical terms gives us 0. Therefore, x to the power of 6 plus 1 over x cubed equals 0. We have successfully shown that the expression equals 0, as required. For the final part, we must prove that x to the power of 5 plus 1 over x to the power of 5 equals negative square root of 3. To find the fifth power, we can use the results we found in the previous steps. Let's recall. From part A, we found that x squared plus 1 over x squared equals 1. And from part B, x cubed plus 1 over x cubed equals 0. If we multiply these two expressions together, we will generate the fifth power terms we need. Multiplying the left side using the FOIL method gives us the product of each term. Simplifying the exponents, we get x to the power of 5 plus 1 over x plus 1 over x to the power of 5 equals 0. Let's rearrange the terms to group the fifth powers together. We already know the value of x plus 1 over x from part A. It is the square root of 3. Now, simply subtract the square root of 3 from both sides to isolate our target expression. And there we have it. By combining the intermediate results from the first two parts, we have proven the third identity. Let's wrap up by reviewing what we have accomplished in this walkthrough. We started with a single quadratic-style equation in terms of x squared. By dividing by x squared, we were able to transform the problem into a study of reciprocal sums. In part A, we used the square of a sum identity to find the value of x plus 1 over x. In part B, we applied the sum of cubes identity to show the third power relationship. And finally, in part C, we multiplied our results from the previous parts to solve for the fifth power expression. This step-by-step approach is a very common and powerful strategy for solving higher-order algebraic identities in competitive exams. Thank you for watching. I hope this walkthrough was helpful. Keep practicing these identities, and I will see you in the next video.